Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparenttradesolutions.com on a Tuesday, 20th February, coming back to, a shortened holiday, shortened trading week due to the holiday yesterday. We had a lot of choppy trading, really, down. NVIDIA was down, broke 700. You got basically Apple hanging around 180. Let's get right into the charts again. I have a class coming up in 2 days. Sign up, very important. Looks like, again, things are starting to look like we may get a pullback going into the end of February. Whether it turns into just another pullback in the context of the bigger trend or maybe the beginning of something bigger, it's going to be predicated on rates and if inflation again stays sticky and geopolitical things heat up, we could be in the midst of a bigger. So if you want to learn how to hedge some long-term stuff, find out what people are thinking about, sentiment and all that, go ahead and sign up for the class. It's free. I'm almost full, so make sure you sign up quickly today. Okay, all right. Let's get right into the charts real quick here. Looking at first off, a couple of notables. I did mention the NVIDIA breaking 700. I'll talk about that in a minute. Just the average is really just chopping around today, not anything. I think there's a chance that we test Tuesday's low. I think that's really the big right here. Now it's not a net level per se, but there's probably a good chance we do that, come down and test those later in the week, just because, again, these act as a magnet. The NASDAQ was a little weaker today as well. And it did break below this support area, kind of hanging around that pivot there. And we got some levels below on the NASDAQ. Generally, just very just consolidating, kind of chopping around up here. But no significant break in anything yet. And obviously, NVIDIA earnings coming up here tomorrow after the close is going to be possibly changing anything. Russell also didn't quite get up to the 2077 level and pulled back. So we'll see if that change is coming up here. Rates, nothing today that we haven't talked about. Looks like, again, 420. Let's see. 432 is going to be the resistance. Dollar, nothing going on there as well. Just kind of back and forth, chopping around. One notable, again, was the peso. I've been talking about the peso that did hit a level and kind of backed away from that, but nothing spectacular there. And, the metals also very choppy today. See if we can get a move on silver and copper. Copper's looks like it wants to go. We'll see if that turns into something more significant. And oil, what are you going to say? Just keeps bumping around 79 and can't get any traction. We know about nat gas 150 or maybe lower. That thing just is meandering and right at the cusp of a breakdown, even lower. You can say, well, how low can it go? Who knows? Remember, oil went negative. What was it, several years ago? So, but I mean, in terms of actual spot price, it's not going to zero. The futures could go negative, but spot price is probably not going to go to zero. So we'll see what happens there. Notable today, just on the wheat market, had a nice pop off this area here. The fact that it, kind of just spent a little bit of time and shot right back up seems to be a very bullish signal. So we'll see again if this just turns out to be just nothing or more significant. So that kind of sums it up. So obviously we got Fed minutes tomorrow. We got the big NVIDIA earnings, and then going into the end of the day of the week, we got more retailers reporting, but the main event clearly this week is going to be NVIDIA earnings and the reaction to that. Expectations are really, really high. So if they disappoint, they could hit that stock, really hard. So be interesting to see what happens there. Okay. All right. And then, yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. So again, join me for the class this coming Thursday. It's 11 Pacific. I'll be talking about how to hedge, longer term in case we do have something, in case, there's obviously all kinds of stuff happening with the elections and the geopolitical stuff and inflation still being sticky and, stranger things have happened. What if the Fed actually not only not cuts rate, but raises rates because inflation is, that's going to be really detrimental to the stock market. So you got to be prepared for that. Okay. All right. So join me for that. The link is below, or contact us and we'll get you registered for that class as well. And then sign up for the newsletter. Okay. All right. Have a great rest of your week and we'll talk on Friday. Take care.